Hi, and welcome back to art class. Today you will be using your 2 crayons and some paper. If you don't have it already and you're in my class, I will be giving you the paper and the crayons. If you're doing this from home, you already have a baggie with some paper and crayons in it from me. Please get those out. So I'm going to turn on my dot cam so I can show you what we're doing. Actually, I'll give you a sneak peek here. We will be drawing with 2 colors, and it's going to look like this when you're done. Yep, it's a little pumpkin. Actually, it's a jack-o'-lantern. That's what we call a pumpkin with a face in it, a jack-o'-lantern. All right, and he's sitting on the grass, he or she, with a, and it says 2020. You know why? Because I have found that when I've gone back and looked at the pictures that I drew when I was little, I don't know when I drew them. I don't know if I was 5, if I was 2, or if I was 10. So if you ever go back and look at this when you're an adult, you can say, oh, I know when I drew that. So just a moment while I turn my dot cam on, okay? Ta-da! There we go. Welcome to art class. Just as a reminder, if you ever just see an X on the paper down here where I'm drawing, or if you see me draw one, that's just to help the camera focus on the paper, okay? So you will take your paper and you will set it in front of you the tall way, okay? See how it's more distance from here to here than it is from here to here? We call this portrait orientation, okay? And we'll go through that in another lesson, but just as a reminder, I'm using it the tall way, and that's called portrait orientation. Why will you need to know that? Because someday you will be trying to print something from a computer, and the printer will ask you which way you want to print it. Do you want to print it in portrait orientation or landscape orientation? And if you don't know the difference, you'll have a lot of trouble printing things. All right, here I am, portrait. I've oriented the paper in portrait orientation. So now I have crayons. You have 2 crayons. You either have orange and brown or peach and green. I'm going to show you how to draw this with peach and green, because that's what you will be using in my classroom if I see you at school. If you are drawing from home, you can use these, the peach and the brown. I also encourage you to go get one of your normal crayons, probably a light green or dark green, and use that for a little bit with me here. Just go get it, pause the video, and I'll show you why. All right, so we are going to all start with our peach construction paper crayon. Now my crayon is kind of chunky and stuff at the end, so I am going to either on the back of my paper, or just if I have scrap paper. You don't have scrap paper, so you can do that on the back of your paper, but I'm going to, here, I'll show you what I would do if I was you. I'd go like this, and I would turn my crayon and rub it, and turn and rub it, and turn it a little more. And then if you look at my crayon, see how it's not quite so funky shaped anymore. You can also kind of roll it across your paper. See how I'm rotating it? Right? But it doesn't matter. That's just a little trick I wanted to show you. All right, so that's the back of my paper. Now on the front of my paper, right kind of in the middle here, I'm going to draw an oval. Do you know what an oval is? Kind of like a circle, but squished. So here we go. I'm going to draw an arch on top, an arch on the bottom, then I'm going to connect them, a little bit of a curve, right? Then I'm going to go slightly over to the side and down from the top here. I'm going to make another arch, At the bottom, I'm going to go up from the bottom a little and make another arch. I have a bit of crayon under here. It's making me draw a little bit crooked. There we go. And I'm going to do it again. I'm just going to draw an arch, connect them, right? They don't have to be perfect and match exactly on both sides. In fact, mine doesn't. All right. Now, once you've done that, take your green or your brown if you don't have green, and draw 2 triangles in the middle here, pointing up. Okay, now just below them, draw a triangle pointing down. Make sure you push really hard so the color comes out bright, okay? Now, once you've done that, you're going to draw a smiley face below it because these are eyes, this is a nose, and this is the smiley face. It's all right if your smile's a little bit crooked, it makes it kind of fun. See, mine's crooked. All right, so go back and look and make sure you have 2 triangles as the eyes, triangle for the nose, and then a mouth. Now we will be going and taking our green crayon and going over these lines, okay? So I'm just gonna go over the lines that I already have with the green. Just trust me on this one, it's gonna look a lot better if you do this. Okay, make sure you push hard. Now, why am I asking you to push hard? As a reminder, it's because it will make the crayon show up more on the paper and it will help build hand muscles. If your hand hurts a little bit, it's okay, it's not gonna hurt. Not doing anything that will hurt you permanently. It's just helping to build muscles. All right, so now that I've done that, I'm going to go back to my orange or my peach, and I am going to color in these sections. All right, now when I color it in, I'm going to look at this shape and say, how can I cover the most area without going back and forth too much? So I'm going to just follow this line here on the outside. Then move my crayon in a little bit. All right, so let's see how many strokes it takes me to build this. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. It's a lot quicker than if I color back and forth all over. So I'm gonna do it over here now, watch. 1, 2, 3, oops, that took 4. I'm just trying to show you how to do this so that you don't take forever to color, because I used to when I was younger, until someone showed me how to do this. So I'm going to follow this outside line here, okay? See this one? I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And notice it kind of looks right. It doesn't look weird because if you go across and not with the curve, it will not look quite as good. All right, so now I'm going to go and I'm going to color around the eyes and everything on the face. So that you just do however it works for you, okay? As a reminder, if you're coloring with brown, don't forget you can go get another crayon from your own crayons and use that on top of this orange or peach that I gave you. Now I'm going to color a little bit harder here to make this color show up a little bit more. If you can see any brown in yours, probably need to color some more. I know I do. All right. So please begin drawing. Now I will go over this again, all right? I'm gonna get another piece of paper here just so I can draw with you. So you start drawing now. I'm gonna leave this up here so you can see it. But I'm also going to draw it again so you can watch. Oops, you know what? I forgot, I'm sorry. I forgot I need to do his little stem. And all the grass. I'm just gonna go hatch, hatch, hatch. Little lines up and down across the paper to suggest grass. It does not look exactly like grass, but your brain will see it and know it's supposed to be grass, right? And I'm going to put 2020 up here because that is the year when I drew it. There we go. All right, so I'm going to do it again on this paper. And you can watch and draw with me if you like. All right, there we go. I'm sure it took you longer than that to draw this one. Even for me, that was a little bit fast, but I just wanted to show you it again. So actually, funny enough, that's the name of the song you just listened to. It's called Again. I hope you enjoyed drawing your pumpkin or your jack-o'-lantern. That's the correct term when they have a face. Thanks for drawing with me today.